What's up, Ron Paul fans, freedom lovers, and info warriors? I was on Ron Paul Flicks just now, and I was watching the new Ed Schultz video that's labeled "Is the GOP Establishment Scared of Ron Paul?" Now, I'm watching this, and around 3 minutes and 44 seconds, I think, wow, his image changes quite a bit, and they did swap out his cheers into boos before, so I slowed it down and went frame by frame by frame, and I realized they just took deception to an entirely different level. And so I opened up Photoshop. I'm a web designer, so I noticed lighting changes and things like that, very subtle changes, and so I decided to screenshot frame by frame, course of 6 seconds at how they change Ron Paul's image to give you the idea that he's old and gross looking. So they take this nice healthy image of him and quickly degrade it down into something that establishment people that aren't quite aware or informed will think, wow, he looks terrible. So I'm going to go frame by frame and show you the new level of deception that the establishment has now delved into. So you'll notice here at 3 minutes and 43 seconds, he looks pretty healthy, right? 3 minutes, 43 seconds. And as we continue on, you'll notice, I want you to look right in here in this cheek area, okay? You see how he's got these nice little shadows here. He's a very distinguished man. And as we move along here is where we start to see the change. Most noticeably, right now is when is right before we start taking a significant turn. And we're at 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So this is all within a second. It starts taking the first turn. And now what's changed from the first second to the second immediately is the lighting. They've already begun to desaturate his face. And I can bring up the color palette here and prove that this red tie is significantly darker than this tie. I know it doesn't look like much over here, but it moved from about here to here, which is pretty significant in terms, especially his face. You can tell his face is significantly darker in comparison up here than it is down here. But as we continue on, this is just at 3 minutes and 44 seconds. We get all the way over to the end of 3:44, and again, you've already seen an extremely stark difference in just his facial composure and the lighting and just the overall desaturation of the color. But I'm going to go ahead and skip down to from 3:44 to 3:46. You can already see just from 3:44 to 3:46, they've artificially created these lines in there, these super deep shadows and lines that didn't previously exist in the frames above. It's very disgusting what they're doing, and but they can't stop the grassroots. So let's take it all the way down. Okay, this is where it gets to 3:49. Look what they've done to his face. This is completely altered. This is video edited. This isn't just the camera messing up. These are, these cameras cost thousands of dollars that they use. It didn't just fault up, and you can tell even his complexion is lightened up as well. They just did an overall desaturation and sat there and fibbed up his face. So let's take it from 3:44, healthy looking Ron, down to 3:49, and then we finish here at the end of 3:49. So even from the beginning of 3:49 to the end of 3:49, it got even worse. I mean, look at this. Ron Paul does not look like this. They make him look disheveled and just a completely different person. They make him look fake. I mean, look. So 3:43, 3:49, 3:43, 3:49. And now the reason I'm showing you this because I want you to be aware of the level of deception that's going on here. The boos, people think, oh, whatever, maybe there were some people booing, no big deal. This is completely obvious. It's just right in your face. And so I want you to be aware of subtleties like that, because a lot of people don't think that that visual aesthetics go into deception, but they do. So spread this video around and let people know that they're getting conned, and welcome them on into the Ron Paul party. For Liberty, I'll take care.